Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Order of Battle, this time with the Red Steel DLC. I wasn't initially gonna play this, but I got kinda tired of Panzer Corps 2 to be honest. So I decided to start doing something else, and I kind of felt like playing Order of Battle for a bit, so I'm just gonna start this up here. Let's start with the campaign. So, Red Steel, the Soviet campaign for 1942-1943. Having stopped the Wehrmacht at Moscow, the Red Army conducts large winter offensives in early 1942, suffers heavily when the Germans launch Case Blue in summer, and aims to turn the tide again at Stalingrad. And yeah, we'll continue where we ended off last time. Despite the losses of summer 1941, the Red Army has managed to stop the enemy at Moscow. Now it is preparing for several large winter offensives to throw back the invaders. Yes, that corps has a crazy file name, but let's boot it up. And there we go. So the first mission will be Staritsa. We'll be starting from Kalinin, I suppose, in January 1942. While preparing for several major winter offensives, the German army continues to attack weakened Wehrmacht units west of Moscow. Once again, the difficulty will be set to General and Specializations. We already know what we got, but we'll go through it again. Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact gives us 1 land RCP. Drop tank gives us increased fuel limit. Forced labor means that damaging units on 0 supply and efficiency generates resource points. Scrambling, I don't have it yet, but that's one of the better ones. That's why I have Magnetron radar. The radar range of 8 tool warships doesn't really matter. But aircraft taking off, moving and attacking on the same turn without losing efficiency or less, at least, is really good. I got War Economy for +2 land and naval command points, +1 air command point. Female factory labor for 2 land and naval and 1 air command point. And then I have Arctic Convoy for a free Valentine tank. And it allows the purchase of British tanks and Hurricane fighters. Now Arctic Convoy can now be extended to Lend-Lease Act, which allows the purchase of US tanks and other mechanized combat vehicles. Which I will go for, I guess, as fast as possible. Then then Lend-Lease aircraft, which makes US warplanes unlockable for purchase, and Lend-Lease logistics, which gives us trucks and later half-tracks. Guards Army gives you a free Corps KV-1 M1942, and all Guards infantry get +1 attack in high cover terrain. That's good. Shock Army gives engineers +1 assault and +1 attack in high cover terrain. And awards a free Katyusha BM13. And then pilot rotation keeps more experience, and elite repairs are cheaper. Either way, let's just get started. I don't know how frequently I'm gonna upload this. I kind of just want to see what I feel like playing at the moment, and I'm kind of done playing games that I don't like. You know, sometimes that happens when you're gonna lose interest in an LP, and that's how it works for Panzer Corps for me at the moment. It's just, I don't know. We've thrown back the enemy from our capital, comrade. While the Germans are in disarray, you're ordered to continue your advance and to keep up the momentum. Your force is tasked to join our troops south of Kalinin to drive the Wehrmacht further back in the next few days. Meanwhile, Stavka is preparing a series of winter offensives in multiple sectors of the front. Starting next week, we begin massive offensives at Leningrad, south of Novgorod, and west of Moscow, and similar operations in southern Russia are following soon. But while we're still preparing for those operations, you need to secure key objectives north of Rzhev, which will act as a staging ground in the Rzhev-Vyazma operation. The first line of the enemy around Staritsa consists mostly of troops severely weakened during the Battle of Moscow. Some of them are still holding the line, while others are already in retreat. Neutralize these quickly to prevent them from regrouping and reinforcing again. This should help your initial attacks, but expect more resistance when advancing further. Be especially wary of enemy attempts to ambush our units in forest areas. Massive airstrikes should greatly help your advance, but do provide sufficient fighter cover as well for your attack aircraft. While the Luftwaffe has been less active recently, a few German air squadrons are still operating in this region. Take out primary objectives, which will be Babenki, Stancia, Staritsa, Fereki, Lotoshino. Then destroy 20 ground units. Secondary objectives, destroy 3 enemy tanks or vehicles in 5 turns. Weaken the enemy further as long as his mobile units are still battered from previous combat. +5 TRP, +1 specialization point. Destroy 2 air units in 10 turns. Neutralize the remaining air squadrons in this area as fast as possible. And deploy a core Valentine tank. Moscow demands that we use available foreign equipment as good as possible. The first core Valentine tank deployed refunds 4 CP if still present after turn 1. Okay. Special event Arctic Convoy. Substantial British aid has arrived via the Arctic Convoy route recently, which enables us to deploy British-made fighters and tanks. New objective added. So you wouldn't get that if you didn't have Lend-Lease. That's okay. Okay, so interesting enough, then I got this free Hurricane. Well, we'll see whether we're going to deploy it. So we're going to have to buy back our units that we got during the previous game. I didn't play this game for a while, so I kind of have to get back into it. But yeah, I actually can't buy them, or can I? Okay, I can. Okay, never mind. I guess this one will be free. I'll once again also be playing this blind, so it's once again I don't specifically know where to deploy everything, etc. So you know, we'll be figuring it out once again as we go along. There was something about these, like they actually changed all the fonts. It looks different. The game looks a bit weird to me, as if it doesn't fit anymore. That's really weird. Like, I don't know, it just feels off to me, like this is a bit too low. And I don't know, there's something different about it. Any which way, these guys have a... again, I remember now why this was frustrating. I can't even see the range on my own units for now. The information panel. Which is, like, on artillery, that's the most important thing. These have 5, okay. Let's just see how far we can get with the points. So let's deploy at the very least. And this is a SU-2, okay. Our fighters again. And then with 5 left, I can practically only deploy 1 Ilyushin. Because even though I have 2 air command points now, I can't really do a whole lot with that. Because I think as well all my units cost 3. I don't... also specifically remember how to purchase units, which is a bit silly. Oh, here, purchase. So all these air units are 3 and I have 2, which is not ideal. Do we have like recon airplanes? We do. Didn't I already have those maybe? I did, okay. I mean, it doesn't particularly matter in that regard, but... Okay, so if we take a look, we don't... Like, we have some conscripts here, some regular infantry. Let's at the very least deploy also another tank here then. We have the Valentine tank here too. I got me an additional artillery in that sector. 45 points remaining. I also kind of need to build up a force over here at least. Let's get one of these, some heavies. I still need an artillery there. I'm probably not going to make it in cash, but we'll see. Apparently I have quite a bit of anti-aircraft as well. That's probably because the German airplanes are a lot more powerful than mine. I do remember that we had to create a lot of ambushes for the enemy planes. Well, lure them into attacking one of my fighters, for example, which had a lot of anti-aircraft underneath. And that was actually a pretty solid tactic. I'm gonna leave this area a bit weaker because I don't want to go through all these woods over here, but rather if I want to go to Babenki, I want to do that through, for example, this way here. And like I said, I might not have that many points left. So I will probably... Yeah, I'll have to either settle for a bit weaker force. Do have some guards, which is nice. I already don't have any more command points to deploy that. Maybe... Let's not get that. Let's deploy with the one with less experience. We are probably best off trying to get the infantry as well already, because they need to turn into guards. Then I have 5 deployment points. This is 6, unfortunately. That means kinda that I can get 1 more guards. I'm a bit disappointed by the amount of units that I get to deploy. I mean, Valentine is not an amazing tank, but I will deploy some. And I guess I'll deploy a recon. We'll go for the BA-10 without experience for now. Guess that's it. Okay. And I am deploying this, okay. Right, a Valentine. That's what I have. After turn 1, okay. I also need to give these heroes to a unit. This is air attack, so I'll put that on a fighter. The defense against land infantry and attack against land infantry will probably be best off putting that on. Just put that on a heavy for now. This guy also on a fighter. This one, let's put it onto the KV, and this guy on this. Okay, there we have it. can also see the Germans do some counterattacks, but like I said, I'm a bit rusty on the game, so I'll have to get back into it. Like, this looks a lot smaller, and it's a bit weird how everything looks now. They must have done something to the font. I do remember that for this game, there is no artillery protection, I think. At least I don't remember there being any such thing. But we'll see. Better not get into the open terrain. I also don't remember specifically how everything worked with zone of control and stuff. I'm really rusty. It's been a very long time since I played this, but let's make them retreat. This is an anti-tank. I'll be looking to surround the Stug as well. Alright, attacking in here. And I believe they lost efficiency doing such things, as far as I can remember. I'm fine attacking with the KV in there. It's an artillery, so it shouldn't be too bad, but it's still like 3 stars of experience and stuff. Okay, that went okay. There's not a whole lot we can do. And I don't want to move tanks through the forest like that. It's just asking for trouble. It's a non-core unit. I don't mind bombing. And then what I'll do is I'll get my anti-aircraft to move a little bit closer in that direction. We have 15 turns for this one, but we don't actually have to get all that far. Okay, let's try to get close to the Panzer T-38 and the Panzerjäger. Don't want them to... Yeah, okay, let's move the recon over here. And... I kind of do remember putting my aircraft often far to the back. This thing is a bomber, yes. Okay, but not a very good one. Let's also move the bomber there, so the enemy might pursue an attack. Let's not go out, and I don't specifically... Yeah, let's move you back. I remember doing such things pretty often back then. I guess let's move you into this direction. Alright, there's no next button here. Okay. I don't like putting conscripts in there, but we'll be fine. They're non-core after all. piece. They retreated. Not nice. Need to destroy 3 tanks within 5 turns. So if they are retreating like that, that poses a bit of a problem. We'll see. Okay, they broke out, but in a bit worse shape. The first fighter. Perfect, they're going after my auxiliary bomber. So what was the other goal? Oh, we did deploy a Valentine tank. Special event Valentine's Day. Not yet. Or that's the 14th of January, yeah. After our huge losses last summer, staff got glad to utilize foreign equipment to increase the number of combat-ready units. +4 CP, +1 specialization point. Well, I did it for the specialization point. Anyway, let's just see what I get to deploy now. For 4. It's not super amazing. Let's just... deploy 1 more guards. Why not? And let's keep going through this area. Pretty slow. There we have it. Anti-tank weapon. That's why I'm moving so slowly. Go through there, attack, moving there. Excellent. Let's go in here. I guess almost finished that off. But you can't move after attacking, huh? Okay. Fair enough. Like I said, I kind of need to relearn that. Can you switch? It seems not. Yeah, I kind of do remember all these enemy units going back to 1 strength now. And then surviving that way. Let's hope they retreat, and they did. Guess we'll cut them off again. Once more, this is super ideal, but we'll work it out. Okay. Do I have more than 4 fighters? I don't think so. Okay, how much do we get per turn, by the way? There was a way to see that. 30. Okay, it's down to 1, but I don't think that actually helps me. And I'm gonna try, but I don't think that I think enemy units can still escape, actually. Unfortunately. Okay, so these definitely need to move forward. So that I get to attack there. I'm not really a big fan of moving further in there, but where do they have their airfields? They can also go back all the way to Rzhev. So yeah, if I don't take it out in one go, it's actually a pretty serious problem. Yeah, that's not good. You're not going in there. You're staying there. Yeah. I think that's it. And I just ruined it. What am I doing? Right, well, we'll see. Oh. No. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to press continue and not cancel, and then it started attacking or moving, and I didn't want to do that. Oh, that's super lucky. Nice. It didn't retreat. I'm very happy about that. Yeah, that was a misclick. I did not intend to do that. So, kind of sucks. Second plane. Let's get rid of the Stug, or not. Okay, you can't escape anymore. Because that should at least be the first. It's tanks or vehicles. Well... with a little bit of luck, I can sacrifice this non-core unit. Ah, they didn't retreat. Well, thing is, I do still need to get a third vehicle at the very least, and I haven't found it yet. And anti-tanks don't count. So what I need to do is I need to shift my focus over to that side. That doesn't work. These usually don't deal a whole lot of damage. But it's still worth checking out. Attacking too. Is this forest? It kind of looks like forest to me. Bunkers 87D. Well, I would gladly attack it at this point, but my fighters are down there now. So yeah, kind of retreated a bit. But that's fine. You're not going to be able to get through there fast enough. Move. Cannot attack those guys for now, but softening them up is probably a good idea too. No, they're likely gonna attack in here. Attack that actually. They probably have a unit in there, so that's no good. Oh right, I forgot that they can push units out. I thought that they were safe, but like I said, I need to relearn the mechanics. That was stupid. Well, if I had remembered, I definitely would not have done that, but yeah, right. So enemy airplanes can push your airplanes out of a hex in order to attack. Destroyed. It's weird. Don't retreat. No. No. I need to destroy you. Please. There are still two vehicles down there. Oh wow. T-34 of their own, eh? Yeah, conscripts are rather weak, so it's pretty obvious that they would have such an easy time there. Okay, let's attack from this side. Yeah, because I knew that they were going to go to 1. This game has the tendency to get units to just one strength point and then They have a range of 2, huh? So finishing them off gives us air jewels. Thanks to a reduced Luftwaffe presence, our pilots managed to quickly gain local air superiority in this area. They sure did. They sure did. Now, the real problem is, though, getting rid of another truck type, or yeah, such a type of unit, because they kind of all fled except for these, but I'm very weak in this area. These guys are also in the way. And there's a recon there, near impossible to destroy as well. Need to try and lure them in close so that I actually might be able to take one on the next turn. Maybe I have to hope that the naval warfare gets close. That might work too. Okay. I cannot attack those guys properly. So let's get on the road. I need you to be all by your lonesome so you can get destroyed. Things are a bit of a mess around here. But yeah, they got all their stupid vehicles to the back. No thanks. It's probably no need to repair those conscripts. Let's just... You knew they were gonna do that. It's good. It's also good. Attacking my units in the forest, it's never such a great idea. Okay, I think we can destroy this. We play our cards right. should be possible. You're always gonna have a bad time. Although, apparently not against a recon, but recon is cheap. I'm gonna attack one of those infantry, huh? Well, they're auxiliaries, so I don't mind. Just repair, okay. Are you moving in there? No. Yes. Not repairing you, naturally. Okay. Well, what if I bomb them, move in here to attack? That gets them to 2. Maybe I can get them to 1. And attack. Gets him down to 1. Nope, that doesn't do it. And it's destroyed. Okay, we got it. Yeah, sure. Special event, no escape. Retreating German units are suffering serious losses under the weight of our attacks. Yeah, they kind of retreated though. But let's not spoil the fun here. Right, we got it. Okay, let's protect the artillery. And no, that's 4. That's a lot of cash. And we have a lot of turns yet. This objective here. Okay, we got secondaries, so we just need to destroy the units and take the primaries. Okay. Fair enough. So let's make sure to attack from there and from there. Okay, you go in there now. And then if I attack from here, I can attack there and then move up, so to destroy that unit. That means that these guys can directly attack that, which was my primary goal there. Let's give you regulars, and there's no need to attack there now. Okay, so my concern with these guys is that I probably won't be able to take down the Panzer II, as weak as that sounds. Well, I'm gonna try naturally, but kind of It seems to me that I'm not powerful enough, but we'll see. Like, because these guys, they're just not dealing a whole lot of damage. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not gonna be able to take it. You need to recover, and I can't even put the KVs in there. Apparently. So let's just repair them. Get all of our fighters in place for now. Still cannot bomb them, but I can snip off strength point here. Just get you back up to 10. The situation is precarious enough here that I kind of need to reinforce it. You not yet. You actually save on a little bit of points if you wait till they are at 8 strength points. Go. They're probably just going to smack these quite hard. But, okay, so now 2 snooped off. This is just an anti-aircraft, so not too bad. You know that these guys, well, we'll see what they can do. You're gonna encircle my unit, huh? If they don't go in there, I can counter-encircle them, but we'll see whether they will. What's... oh, that's my air unit. Surprised they're attacking there. But if they continue to move in here, I can also encircle these guys. Just kind of wish they did this earlier. That would have made it a lot easier to destroy the enemy vehicles. Another plane, huh?